There's no greater celebration of humanity than art and people's attempt to create beauty around them and leave their mark on the world. My name is Wes Gordon, and I'm the creative director of Carolina Herrera. Today you're in my studio, right in the heart of the garment district. I, for one, have a very broad definition of what art is, and I include in that so many different things, and it's really anything that's done with passion and purpose and integrity and love. And I definitely would include fashion into that category. I was always mesmerized, I think, by clothes and their transformative power. From an early age, there was something magic about clothes and getting dressed and playing dress up. I was the little kid who was very particular about what he wore to preschool. I had a pair of red suspenders that I insisted on wearing all the time, and dress shoes. I loved wearing dress shoes. For better or worse, I'm a very optimistic person. I really try to make the things around me pretty. I try to set the table. I'm always rearranging furniture, buying cute clothes for the kids. There's this quest, I think, that you have as a creative director to try to exert your input and influence on things around you, but not from a place necessarily of ego, but from a place of just trying to make it better. You know, that act of going to the flower market in the morning and buying a bouquet and putting it on your table is so powerful in a world that can feel very gray and scary and out of our control. My creative process really begins with color. In the 8 years that I've been here, we've become really synonymous not only with the colors we use in our palette, but the combinations of those colors. For example, a taxi cab yellow, or flamingo pink, or Herrera red. I build it from a variety of different tools. You know, I have books of all different Pantone chips. I have cutouts of magazines. I have fabric swatches. From there, we start sketching, and we'll do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sketches to land on the ones we choose. And in parallel to that, we're working on our fabrics.
Hello, good morning. Hi.
The most exciting thing for me is getting to work with the extraordinary pattern makers that we have here. And they take these sketches, which are just pieces of paper, and they transform them into fabric garments.
That one's so pretty on the stand over there. And that's getting attached to that skirt we saw on the stand when we first walked in. So these are all pieces that we're working on for our spring collection. This is a piece in work. It's extraordinary. It's basically an upside down flower. Dozens and dozens and dozens of layers of tulle. And what's so tricky about a piece like this is the color, because it's obviously less layering on the bodice and more layers on the skirt. So it's really like a process of experimentation. As you can see here, it's a touch oranger here than it is here right now, but that's about as close as we're going to get it. So you have to embrace that as part of the beauty of it.
Everyone always asks me, how do you find inspiration? You know, there's kind of a macro inspiration for the season, but what's important to note is that a collection consists of up to 200 pieces, and each of those pieces can be sourced from a different inspiration place. The buttons on a shirt can be inspired by something you saw that morning on the sidewalk. I couldn't imagine living and working as a designer in any other city than New York. It's the people, it's the culture, the energy, the sounds, the smells. It's a city that symbolizes hope and that it's all possible, and no never has to mean no. I think the world will find a lot of ways to tell you to stop what you're doing, but you have to be kind of foolishly optimistic. You have to keep going, and you have to trust that the world needs and wants what it is you're making and doing. There are 8 billion people in the world. I think the last thing anyone wants right now is something that's generic. If you create honestly and express your soul, it will really resonate.